Hola, amigos de Nicaragua. Ya llegué. Ya estoy aquí en Missouri. Y este es el último update. Muchas gracias por todo lo que hicieron. Y sí, gracias por los que me han estado mensajeando, preguntando si ya llegué. Ya llegué y fui un día al trabajo que casi no pude hacer nada. Mis ojos todavía están bien turnios y necesito descanso, pero algo que hago todo el tiempo cuando estoy aquí en Missouri es voy a caminar. So, salí del trabajo y quería gozar de un poco de la luz, porque aquí ya mero ya se pone oscuro y apenas son como las 5 y algo. Y quiero gozar un poco de la luz y luego irme a la casa. Voy a comer una sopa y ya, pero este es mi parque. Este es mi parque favorito donde yo vengo a caminar. Everyone else, hi. I'm back in the US, baby. I'm back, baby. And I am pumped up. My spirit is soaring. I'm so excited about everything that God's done just in these 11 days. It's amazing when you become available, when you say, okay, God, yes, whatever it is, yes, the things that God does. So this 11 days have been that. I've always asked, and I always want to be, and I always have and will continue to be poured out like a drink offering. But these 11 days really felt poured out. It was awesome. We did so much. Man, it's getting, we did so much, and we got back Sunday night. And so Sunday afternoon, and man, we stopped for some sushi in Tulsa. So coming back, we had a layover in Miami. So when in Miami, I'm like, we are going to the beach. So we loaded up and got to the beach, right on Ocean Drive, got a hotel on Ocean Drive, found the most economical hotel. Like, we're poor now. We gotta build up. But yeah, found a cute hotel right on Ocean Drive, went straight to the beach, ran to the sand, ran to the waves. It was already dark, but man, how I love to feel the sand on my feet and just the waves. The water was amazing. And we walked the Ocean Drive, which is very alive, which I love. And I mean, it was awesome just to walk around, like, just about 30, just in the 2 blocks that we walked, 30 restaurants available outside, eating outside, which I love being outside, and just eating outside and being out there, and all of them wanting our attention, all of them wanting us to be there. So they stand outside and they kind of woo you in. But we ended up in El Amore, and it's Italian and seafood, and it was really good. And then we found an outdoor gym. Isn't that heaven? Combining the 2 things I love, the outdoors and then, the gym, being able to work out outside. So it was really cool. And then, what else? So that was, and then we only to wake up at 2:30 in the morning. We were out there like 11 o'clock at night, then only to wake up at 2:30 in the morning to catch a plane, run in the airport, which another thing I love is running in the airport. Caught a plane to head to Dallas, then head over here. And then, of course, while in Tulsa, we ended up in Tulsa. We had a sushi, and it was great. It was amazing. And anyway, that was the last bit of the trip. Like I said, I gave an update with, after the event, just those 11 days, just so much things happening, and mostly God just speaking to me about, like, putting it in my head, structuring in my head how this is a place, how Nicaragua, that base camp and the camp in the mountains, is definitely a place to build teams, to minister to people. It's a threefold ministry, the way I saw it. You minister to the people you take, you know. You minister to the people you take, you minister to the people at the camp, the volunteers, the staff, and you minister to those all around, the sharing the gospel, evangelizing. So much in those three components, in those three aspects to do. Man, I complain about feeling lonely in Missouri. I complain a little bit here and there to close friends. I'm unmatched. That's the whole point of this, right? We're never alone. Unmatched, but not alone. So, and yet, I realized something on this trip that, because on this trip for 11 days, I have had someone with me at all times. It's 24/7. People with you, people, you know, around you, people you're leading, you're also fellowshipping, you're also just being around people 24/7. And that can be a little draining. That can be a little much. I realized as much as I love being with people, I'm like, I needed to pull away, and I couldn't pull away. There was not a place I could pull away. Or if there was, it was like time to get back to what we needed to do next. There wasn't a lot of time or places to get away to. So when I came back to my place and got inside and it was quiet and no one is around, which is what bothers me, and then I run out and do something. So I really enjoyed it. And then I saw, there are my geese. And then I realized that that actually the moments that I have here in Missouri in my place, sometimes I find caves throughout this community and I hide away for a moment. Those are the places that God's given me to go out. In other words, it's a gift. What He's given me here is a gift. This place, this peaceful place, this place where I get to pull away, go on a trail walk, go walking. I needed my walk. I missed my walks, where I needed to, He's given me so many moments here to be alone with Him, to pull away, to think, to process, to plan. He's given me all of that so that I can be ready for moments like that. I don't think I could have been able to do that or then fully appreciated coming back to that my empty place. But if I hadn't had that, if I had always been, I hope I'm making sense. I'm trying to make sense. I'm tired. My brain's going. My eyes are cross-eyed a little bit. But in other words, now I appreciate, and I realize why these moments of me being alone, they're moments of preparation. They're moments of me filling up with the Word, so that when He does put me, and it's only going to grow, our team's going to grow, our missions trip team is going to grow, the other things that I do, Unmatched, is going to grow. The other things that I'm doing here are also going to grow and flourish, because, you know, God is with us, right? So if He's asked us to do something and we faithfully serve Him and we faithfully move forward, He's going to grow with His help. So that's people tugging, that's people needing you, and those are good things. But I need to appreciate it and I need to be thankful. And now I am super thankful for my walk that I take alone, my walks that I do alone, my my place that is, the fact that I live alone, that's helpful to really thinking and processing places, my little caves. There are caves that I have in certain places. I appreciate those caves now. My place is actually a cave. It is. I know that now. It's a cave. And in the cave is where he trains. He trains us, he prepares us, and then we go out. I'm only back here to get back out there. He's given me this beautiful, soft place to land. Beautiful, peaceful area in the middle of the U.S. to recover, to prepare for him to pour into me, and then off to the next adventure. I get it now. I understand. I hate that I complain so much to him about it. But he is good. Sometimes he's patient with us as we learn. So yes, this trip, I love that this trip was more about the building of relationships. The things that I'm doing, I feel here in Joplin and in the streets of Joplin is not just, I think why it's growing is because I really believe when you want a relationship with someone, when you are seeking them as a friend, when you're curious about people, truly interested, truly want to be their friend, people get it. People know it. They can spot a fake, and I think people around me are starting to get my heart. Like they're the ones that I spend time with on Friday nights, they know I'm not just inviting them to something. It's like I care. The street outreach that I do, I really care. I want to know their story. I want to know what's going on. And so that is so important. I'm all about relationships. I'm all about, God, teach me how to be a better friend to this person, that person. And, all the people that God's brought in my life, some that if I reach out to them could never help me. They don't have the ability, the means to, any way to do that and to still be there for them. That's something. And so that's what I felt like in Nicaragua, that we were doing that. We were connecting. We had a chance to sit down with people and talk to them and hear their stories and hear their hearts and not be rushed, but just honestly, just love on them and let them know that that's what we're here for. And then ask God, like, how do we pray for you? What do we do? And often one of us had a word over them, or some of them had something to give them, or anyway, it was just like God moved in that space, in that moment. It was like we were family instantly. It was a beautiful connection. And and then my Spanish, I was like, what is this? Like, God helped me. God, I haven't used Spanish very much here in Missouri. And yet my tongue just kind of knew. It's like riding a bicycle. Everything came out. Everything that was in me came out in Spanish. There were a few stumbles along the way where I'm trying to say, and I think because I was going really fast, or I was going kind of like, I was speaking fast, and so it would be like, oh, a little bump there. What was that word? What was that word? And if taking my time, I would have like, oh, okay, I know what that word is. But it wasn't because we're in a rush. It was just, I speak fast. Normally, that's how I talk fast. Especially when I get excited. So yeah, it was just beautiful. It was the ability to be able to be used by God in an area. I fought my mom with this. I'm like, why? I will never use I don't need to use Spanish. And yet she always corrected us. She was a teacher in Mexico. She has a psychology degree. She's amazing. She's smart. She has all of that from the Mexico, and then could not use that over here. But at that time, they were not accepting her education here. But she made sure that the way we spoke was the correct Spanish, and really pushed us. And yes, they laughed at me at times when I couldn't pronounce something, which is really fun. It was really funny. And the thing is that they too, there's words, like I'm from Mexico. My parents are from Mexico. So the Mexican Spanish is a little different from the Nicaraguan Spanish. So there's another hurdle, right? And the culture, but everything was, I was just myself there, and they were just as receiving and loving and kind, and they were just beautiful people that had a lot of questions for me too, a lot of questions about how I do ministry, what I'm doing, and all of those things. They were curious about me too, and so I appreciate that. I had a great time with them, and it was the staff there, even afterwards, just to be able to connect with them in a deeper way. We were talking about just different things, how I handle different things, and then letting them know, hey, if I never see you again this side of heaven, which could be a reality, I might not see them. I don't know what's going to happen if a year from now. I mean, that's when we're planning to go back. Anything can happen. And so I just kind of prayed over them and spoke over them and let them know that I'm gonna run into you in heaven. It's gonna be okay. Beautiful connections, beautiful people, lots of work. I'm tired, and I like this kind of tired. My body is tired, but I'm not tired of the work that the Lord has for us to do. Never. I would never get tired. I could do it for 1,000 years. Yeah. And there was one more thing I wanted to share, and I forgot. The food, amazing. I mean, I always claim to have like an iron stomach, but I've gotten used to like eating I'm a 1 meal a day person, and especially with my half and half, but I didn't have my creamer, my half and half over there. So, and the coffee was real smooth, but the meals are so good. I like to try new things. The fruit, just out of this world. Like the flavor was like 10 times. I just think that the food more flavor. My tongue is still adjusting. There's more flavor, more seasoning in the food, which, I've been here so long. I'm like, this is bland. But yeah, and then I went, so it was had a lot of flavorful. And so we had the gallo pinto, rice and beans, eggs, which I love, eggs and all kinds of meats. We went to a really cool restaurant. We went to several places. I'll be posting this stuff as I have time and as I process and get this out there, get myself organized. I'm looking for a team now. I am scouting. Now I'm just looking I went to a coffee shop today, and I'm okay, is it you? I'm just looking at, now I know I'm going to build a men team and a woman team. She's calling me right now. Not only unmatched, but I need to take couples. I think taking married couples is so helpful. There's a lot of young married people there. There's a need for all kinds of ministry, man. So I love it. I love that we got to go to schools. I love being surrounded by kids. I love kids. So that was fun. Nicaragua 2025. Check. We got it done. Not only did we get it done, it was successful. It was like God blessed it. I know there's going to be fruit from this. I know. I have already seen, the hearts of people desiring more of God's word, desiring more truth, wanting to do things God's way, wanting marriage, wanting to find their purpose and not just their person. Ooh, I like that. My purpose, not my person. That could be like a rap or something. Anyway, yeah. they're all about that now. Like, you know, at one point you will find someone running at your speed, at your level, your speed, because unequally yoked, it's not a match. It's not a match. You're still unmatched. You might marry that person and it's going to be miserable. If you want to be miserable for the rest of your life, make an unyoked woman your wife, make an unyoked man your husband. So it's hard. You don't want to do that. You want someone that, man, is running full speed ahead, right? And then you just happen, they're running right next to me. They're keeping up. I might just introduce myself. You might, you know, that's someone to kind of look at. And then you guys, boyfriend, girlfriend, like, let's grow up. Let's grow up. Let's not go after a boyfriend or girlfriend. Go after a future war mate, a war buddy. That's who you go after. That's what you have. You know, I think this dating, this girlfriend boyfriend thing, that's a whole other thing. But it's nowhere in the word. You get to know someone, yes. You get to know them through experiences, yes. You get to know them. The best way to get to know people is time and experiences together in a group of people. You want to see how they react to a group of people. The alone thing can be a tricky thing that I would not recommend, because you want to be strong through it all. You do have moments alone, but very intentional, because you're like, this is a future war buddy. Time reveals all. Time reveals hearts. Time reveals character. So much. I'm not going to teach again, but Nicaragua 2026, let's go. Let's go. I want you on my team. Reach out to me. Let me know that you are interested, and let's start doing this. Let's start building a solid team of men and women of God. Okay? Love you. Thank you for coming along on this awesome journey with me. It's already dark, so I'm saying good night. Hasta la vista. Los quiero mucho. Mi amor. I love being called mi amor. There's something about that. It's special. Mi amor. Okay. Bye. Good night.